court teammates. Actually, they were faster, could jump higher, and could shoot better. But anyway, we got a big-time matchup tonight.
You know, Jay, if you take a couple of... New York begins the game with the basketball. Short jumper stays out. Leonard. Nice pass to set things up. Good look that time, but off the mark. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Don't fall.
Free throw up and good. A 3-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Clippers have the basketball to Marcus Morris. He's denied. That one's going to be out of bounds. Leonard to Marcus Morris. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Rose. Derrick Rose slams it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Beverly. Missed a wide open look.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs. One shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Has a look. The shot almost. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Paul George fires, gets a look, can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
And he'll head to the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And hits the first free throw.
They don't know.
Fuck that shit, you beautiful.
Oh my God, Jacko, David.
So he hits the first, misses the second. Beverly into the front court. 8-2 our score. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Fuck that shit.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
George matched up with Noel. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. New blood coming in for both sides. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Nothing going here on that drive. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
First free throw is good. Two for two on that trip.
Good shot, good shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Elfrid Payton, tough matchup against George. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Oh, emphatic slam.
Well, look, you can't take it. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Leonard. His first effort off the mark. Payton into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Working the outside to Kevin Knox. Randall. Has a chance. Bullock can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Leonard. Nerlens Noel rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Payton with the basketball. Up a dozen. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Williams. Oh, he missed a short one there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
He gets it.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Bullock, guarded by Dragan Bender. Fires the three. Message received. Well defended. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. First quarter's complete, with the Knicks enjoying a sizable lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George to Williams. Probing the defense. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here comes the screen. Williams to Paul George. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. George, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him.
To Rose. The pass taken away by the Clippers. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Knicks with the basketball. Throws it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
George against the former MVP. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Austin Rivers. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Harkless. Knocked loose. Scooped up. Going the other way. Easy path to the rim.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
To the rim. You've got to get that one to go. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 14. Paul George, 4-2. Rebounds pulled down by New York. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
George to Harkless. To Beverly. 4-3. That's rebounded by the Knicks. Rose into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Gets an open look and hits. Defense played the percentages. The offense cashes in.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Rose into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. To George. They'll look to Bender down low. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
New York in control of the basketball. To Julius Randle. From long range. He was all over him. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. Count the bucket for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Rose into the front court. They're looking to make something happen. And he'll go to the foul line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Derrick Rose at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Leonard to Beverly. The Knicks secure the rebound. To Rose. Randle. Count it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Beverly to Leonard. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
That misses with a second to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George to Marcus Morris. Nerlens Noel sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Got a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
George, guarded by Nerlens Noel. Draws the double and still hits.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. George to Leonard. To Paul George. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Beverly. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Jason Smith, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. For three, no good. Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Marcus Morris. Oh, he's denied.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Strong finish for Paul George. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Rose. Here comes the screen. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken in by George. Marcus Morris able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Kawhi Leonard guarded by Derrick Rose. They get it to George down low. And look out.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Possession lies with New York. Rose fires the three. Not easy.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with the three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. To Marcus Morris. Nerlens Noel swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
George lets it fly. trying to cash in. Won't go. It's LA Clippers ball. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Another follows. Still no good. Rose into the front court. The lead is 15. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. He got a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
JaMychal Green pins it.
That kid can block out the sun,
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Rare 3 for Rose. Defense was ready. To Leonard. Great dish to set it up. Throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Nice finish at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Leonard. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. New York Knicks basketball. And a throwdown.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Corner 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Knicks are way out in front. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. And this One, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
To Rivers. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Austin Rivers to Kevin Knox. Beyond the arc for 3. Kevin Knox forced that one. Well defended. Williams across the timeline. The deficit now up to 13. Rivers to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Changes coming from both sides right now. And he can't convert the free throw. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 15. Patrick Beverly. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
Hayden. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. and scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Take stock of the floor. Nerlens Noel sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Hayden into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Kevin Knox. Shot clock winding down. Can't connect. To Beverly. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Alec Burks. And a putback slam.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Here's Leonard for two. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
These breakdowns happen because the team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. Marcus Morris. Huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jason Smith trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11. The possession lies with New York. 4-3. Well defended, but Burks knocks it down.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jason Smith at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. And he converts on the free throw. To Julius Randle. Jason Smith tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Short jumper stays out. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Julius Randle. From the outside, no good. Beverly to Williams from long range. And Lou Williams, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become